Okay. It is 6:05. I'd like to call this meeting of the Town of Washington Planning Board to order. We do have a quorum, and Mr. Purcell will have voting rights tonight as our alternate. And if we could all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Minutes were circulated 2+ weeks ago, right? Everybody have a chance to look at the minutes from the last meeting? Questions, comments, discussion? With no changes, can I have a motion to approve the minutes?
I have one item. It called Anthony Attorney instead of Anthony Warner. Did I read that correctly?
Our consultant?
Yeah, the consultant engineer. I thought it called him Attorney Warner instead of his name.
Okay. I didn't print it, so I'm,
I'll unsay.
okay. With one change noted. Can I have a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
And second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Only one item on the agenda tonight. No prop. Please, come on up.
Thank you.
I think we got this turned on.
All right.
So, if you could just give us a brief description.
Sure. I'm Alan Rapplier. The application before the board is a request for a special permit to build a guest house on this parcel, which is a little over 160 acres. There's a permit that's been issued to build the primary residence, which will be used by the Codner family. The guest house is about 1,200 square feet. I believe it's a single level. The code requires that if you're seeking to build a secondary residence on a parcel, you need a special use permit for that residence. That probably better than having to do subdivisions to create new lots for houses. So that's the nature of the application. I read the consultant's letter. I think it's complete, but if it isn't, I brought with me, Lisa, I emailed you that consent, that authority for Terry Donnelly. Oh, well, here it is. I brought another one, okay? And there was an indication there were tax maps that were needed, so I brought 3 of those too, okay?
Thank you.
Yep. I'll bring them over to you. And then I also sent well, Carrie was copied on the AKRF memo as well. There were items 3A through D. There were some indications by the planner that they wanted some greater clarity on the site plan, and I told Carrie to make them, but to hold off until tonight's meeting, because if there were more, I didn't want her to have to go, make 2 rounds. So, is that summary sufficient?
I think so. I'm guessing that the 3A through D, do you know on D, will there be a second well, or will the guest house use the well for the main house?
I don't know. I'll know between now and the public hearing, and I'll let the board know.
Okay.
If I had to guess, there's going to be a second well, but I don't want to guess.
4 was taken care of.
Okay, I'm going to just see if Carrie.
The septic. The new septic
Yeah.
or tie into the existing.
They can use the existing, but I would assume that, as big as
I would be very surprised if they're not
big as
doing
this
separate
project
everything.
is. This is just a survey.
Let's see if Carrie gave me an answer.
Um,
No, I told her to wait till after tonight.
Yeah.
I suspect both are separate. It wouldn't, make a lot of sense to be using a common septic system in this situation.
Yeah, that'll be,
Always come up in the public hearing.
Pardon?
Those things always seem to come up in the public.
Sure. Well, we'll eliminate them.
Board of Health, all that kind of stuff. And then that's eliminated. That's eliminated. Owner occupied. I think you answered all of the questions that were from the consultant. Anybody have any questions? Oh, pardon me. We need to back up 10 steps. Conflict waiver. That's my bad because I didn't write it down. Has the board had a chance to review the conflict waiver that was circulated?
Yes.
Any discussion?
We just want to give us a quick summary of it for the recording.
Perfect. I can read this. So basically, I'm just going to read this rather than try to paraphrase it because doing that on the fly is not my forte. This letter is to seek the client's waiver of the conflict of interest described below. Vanderwater and Vanderwater represents the town of Washington Planning Board. The firm also presently represents Millprop LLC in general corporate matters. It is the firm's understanding that the applicant submitted an application for a special use permit for approval of a guest house at 271 Altamont to the board for review and approval. Under applicable rules of ethics, the firm could be precluded from representing the board unless both the board and applicant waive the conflict of interest. Such a conflict of interest is waivable only if the conflict is fully disclosed. The firm's exercise of independent professional judgment in the proposed representation of one client will not be materially limited by the firm's responsibility to the other client. The firm reasonably believes that its representation will not be adversely affected by the conflict, and representation does not violate any other ethical requirements, such as the attorney's duty of confidentiality to each client. We do not believe that our relationship with the applicant will adversely affect the firm's representation. It states it twice, as lawyers do. The waivers and agreements in this letter will continue effect upon the termination of our representation of either client. Basically, it's saying that Vanderwater can continue to represent Millprop on other matters and that they won't be biased in this application today.
And Millprop's already consented, just so you know. Yeah, our general counsel signed I sent it to Ross. We do other work for Millprop too. It's not, right. We have no concern about it.
Questions, comment?
And I only work for you. I don't do any work on the Millprop cases.
Even better. Vanderwater is a big company. I understand many lawyers. Questions, comments, discussion?
No.
Motion to approve the conflict and
So moved.
second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, got that out of the way. Now, sorry about my lack of planning. Questions, comments, discussion on the application before us tonight.
Was this initially part of the plan when they when they had approval to start the main residence? Was this an afterthought?
No, what happened was they didn't know they had to get a special permit. There was one building permit application for both structures. And it was being processed when it was realized you need a special permit. So what they did was, from that building permit application, they withdrew this guest house. The building permit was then issued for the main house, and then they filed this application for the guest house.
in order to expedite the main house
And they-
construction.
Everybody was rolling before they maybe realized they needed to do this.
And with winter coming, trying to get
Oh, sure.
foundation and footing work done before the ground freezes or snow covered. Anything else?
The only questions I had about the water and things on the property, but it sounds like those have been addressed by our building inspector, and also a lot of it was all of it was pre-existing.
Yeah, the driveway is.
Hmm.
Could I see that?
The driveway was put in a year and a half ago, has a county work permit. It did use an existing culvert pipe through the seasonal stream.
So it didn't really ever come to us for our water specialists to take a look. It all went through the county.
Because
Because
it's a
it's on
county
40
road, it
it's
went
on-
to
yeah.
the county for a work permit for the driveway access for the house. Driveways, because it was done so long ago, there is no building permit for driveways, so it never triggered any kind of review on the town level.
I think, now it would. Maybe, if they came and proposed it now.
If it all came together,
Well, as it exists, I don't have any concerns or questions.
motion to classify as type 2 under secra.
So moved.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Okay.
If everybody's okay, motion to schedule a public hearing for the September meeting.
Motion. Move.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Public hearing for this application scheduled for the September meeting.
And there's just barely enough time to notify neighbors.
is.
and-
That's three.
Barely enough time.
Yeah, those are all prepared with the stickies on them and everything to be dropped in the mail tomorrow. Obviously, I didn't know it was going to happen tonight, so I couldn't send them ahead of time. The Journal's been contacted, so they have thank you, Lisa, they have the publication notice. Now, one of the, Millprop owns a lot of the parcels around it, so we didn't send one to if the address was identical, you follow me, we just did it
Yeah.
once. It's also the
It
same owner.
happens a lot with the
Same owner.
parcels
Sure,
with the 500 feet
as long as the address
in
didn't
diameter.
wasn't different. We didn't send 5. We just,
Yeah.
if the address was different, we followed it. So, yeah, it'll be done tomorrow morning.
Assuming that gets done, we'll be all set for a public hearing next month.
What, is it September 1
Yes,
and 6 again, right?
I'll send you an email.
That's okay, I wrote it down.
First Tuesday of the month.
Well, fall will be here in no time, right?
True
Okay.
story.
Don't rush that.
It's already happening. The leaves are orange and yellow. And
No, I want to rush
I
it.
don't want to see your leaves then.
Dutchess County Fair is the end of summer. That starts next week, so
All set?
all set.
Okay,
Thank
thank you
you.
all. Thank you for gathering. Okay, boys, you were good? You were well behaved?
That's the sergeant of arms over there. and-
Brandon, are these your boys? These your boys?
Any other non-agenda business to come before the board tonight? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion to close the meeting.
So moved.
All in favor? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Meeting closed.